What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some Adam and the Ants. Now, I did react to, I believe, an Adam and the Ants tune. Maybe it was just Adam Ant, but it was like a year ago. And recently, Han Solo has been encouraging me to go through his material, perhaps in conjunction when I do reactions to Cocteau Twins and or Susie and the Banshees. So it's a day late, but I am also going to do a Cocteau Twins reaction in a bit. So next time I'll try to coordinate them all together. Nevertheless, I have a very vague familiarity with Adam Ant, or Adam and the Ants, which I believe is the earliest configuration. I think they were sort of punk, post-punk, maybe a bit of new wave, and then eventually I believe Adam Ant went out on a solo career. So ultimately, I don't really know their sound. I do know their sort of weird reputation. A couple friends I know who listened to him/them. I do remember one of them talking about how, part of it is just the weirdness, so we'll have to see how that plays out. Now we're going to listen to a compilation called Antics in the Forbidden Zone. I think it's 1990, and it shows on Discogs, on the master release, the breakdown of where all the different tracks come from. So apparently this track is from the first Adam and the Ants album, 1979, which is Dirk Wears White Sox, and it's called Zerox. Now, it's not spelled like the company, perhaps, to avoid any legal complications. I do wonder whether it still might be based on the concept of copying things and making facsimiles. Perhaps it has a totally different meaning, but that seems a possibility. So let's find out what it actually is. This is Adam and the Ants. The tune is Zerox, and it's a track from, originally, Dirk Wears White Sox, but we hear it here as part of the Antics in the Forbidden Zone compilation. Has a catchiness to it, but it's also dissonant.
how they loop. It's like loop vocals over what would normally be a guitar solo or under. Is that a drum song?
Wow. Definitely an experience. Yeah, it's interesting. It has, post-punk edge to it. It's dissonant in some of the sounds. I can feel already how it's very punkish, but it's also a hint of sort of the weirdness and the like things that are. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are weird and comedic punk bands, certainly, but yeah, you could feel it was moving in a direction that is like a different terrain that you would normally expect from post-punk. So I enjoyed the charisma of the vocals. They were not only a bit unexpected in terms of how big and like falsetto and dramatic they were, but that, like I said, it was like it went into a section that would normally be a guitar solo, and there was cool guitar work, but the whole time they kept repeating the vocals. I didn't mean looping like they looped like one vocal, but they kept singing the same parts over and over and over again cyclically under the guitar solo. So it was like an interesting like compositional choice. So yeah, ultimately I look forward to more from this group. As I said, the very very little that I remember hearing about them is that they're basically amusing and a bit odd. So that first track seems to be on that path. So I look forward to further examples. Admittedly, I'm not sure what to make of the title. Like I didn't necessarily hear enough of the lines to really get a sense of what Zerox is or in what context or what the meaning is in this context. But as I said, shout out to Han Solo, not only for providing a great deal of music on the deep dives we're going through, but also being patient. I do appreciate it. And yeah, like I said, I'm going to try to get this into the playlist or the reaction cycle alongside Cocteau Twins and Susie and the Banshees and maybe one or two other groups where there's this, light, dark sort of tension. So yeah, let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.